Okay, as you can see, I've taken the final bolt out of the drive shaft, like this. The drive shaft is now completely free to move. So what I'm going to do is put the camera down, slide us. There's a good chance so that when I take this out there will be oil coming from here. So I will have to quickly put this back over it and tie that into place. So just bear with me a minute while I do this. Oh. Well, fortunately for me, no oil came out. And this is the spline joint. I was telling you, can you see that? So you can see that very well because I can't see in there. And that spline joint goes into the spline shaft here. Not much light, I do apologise. I'll give you a better look when the camera is off. Right, so let me just drag this drive shaft out the way. Get this back out the way so that protection from the oil that doesn't exist. So as a security, I will place my protective bag over the end of the transmission and tie that bit into place. That's the transmission covered. Forgive me for demanding you. See, the transmission drive shaft has been completely removed, which is now lying here. It's a two-piece drive shaft that joins here by another sliding joint similar to the front end. Right, so that's that. That's the transmission done. Now what I'll need to do is I'll need to start releasing. I actually pre-loosened these bolts before I oiled them, as you can see. I'm pre-loosening them just to speed things up so I didn't have to hold the camera for everything. I will get the jack. No, I won't. What I'll do first is I'll start undoing the bell housing bolts on the actual gearbox itself. I will disconnect the. How do I start? Was it? I will disconnect the reverse switch, which is here, the hydraulic clutch here, which I haven't got a clue how to disconnect, but there's I'm sure there's got to be some sort of trick to it. And there's an inspection port in here, which I could uncover. Let's see. Have you seen it? No, not without a torch. Inside this inspection port, maybe I have to access that to get rid of this hydraulic line. I am sure. I do know you need 2 screwdrivers or something to lever it out, but the actual complete process I don't know. So I will investigate that, and then I will undo the reverse switch, which feels very old and very fragile, and which I hope doesn't snap. Can I get it? No, it's stuck solid. Oh, hang on. Security clip. In fact, 2 security clips, that's how I couldn't get it. There's 2 security clips, I thought there was only 1. Yeah, that's off, that's okay. That was the reverse switch, this thing here. Of course, which turns the reversing lights on. Now next I will just go and investigate really quickly how to take this thing off. Then we will start undoing the bell housing bolts here. And hopefully, not too long, we'll have this transmission up. I'll even show you the clutch. So it's actually starting to get dark now. I might be best leaving this till tomorrow so I can actually see very clearly what I'm doing because I am working outside. One thing that is a mystery to me is I can't find the speedometer cable. I really don't know what it is. What's this? Oh, that's right, it's a exhaust support. And also I was checking the bell housing bolts before, all the bolts that fasten the gearbox to the there's one missing here. No, there's one here, right here, right here, there's one. But the top one on the far side, looks a bit of a bugger. Yeah, there's definitely a bolt missing here. Right up the top here, there's one missing. And I will go investigate that clutch, and hopefully we should get a bit more done tonight. So, okay, that's for now. Alright, first of all, what I've done now is, as you may be able to see, I put my tyre changing jack underneath the engine with a piece of wood supporting it, which will also support the transmission, because the transmission is still completely attached to the engine. What I want to do is I want to remove this cross member. As soon as I've got this cross member out of the way, I'll put my 3-ton jack, which is down there, I will put that under the gearbox to take the brunt of the weight. So I was thinking I would give this thing a second chance. It's heavy for what it is, for its lack of power. It is heavy. These are pre-loosened, so small mercies. Let's look at you. Let's try this one. They are pre-loosened. I'm pre-WD-40, so you know, maybe earned its supper. Bits and bobs tray. Any nuts on here? No. Well, I don't know why, but I should have a hammer with me, because these feel good and tight. I was expecting them to be a bit. Oh, there you go. It's free. Right, what I'll do now is I'll remove these things here, and hopefully we shall see this cross member off. This is loose. And according to this hammer, there's not a lot of weight on it. A bit tight. Maybe there's a little bit of weight on it. I think either of these things. Oh, if everything's right, this should just fall off. One big bolt. Always put them together for a good measure. Just a good practice. So keep everything in its place and minimize losses. Now, top. Ta-da! Off. Oh. That looks the crawly thing. Even in my transmission. Right, what I'll do is I will remove the other side and get back to you. The cross member is off, as you can see. Very close. Fairly hefty, hunky piece of metal. I do not think this is a Ford original. I don't know why. It doesn't say anything on it, but it just doesn't feel to me like a Ford original. Doesn't inspire the confidence. I don't know why. And we'll have a quick look underneath. Right, the only thing holding the gearbox in officially is the bolts holding it to the bell housing. Oh, I didn't even notice this one moved. I'm lying, of course I noticed it before. Fine, I'll undo this one, and then what I'll do is I'll call it quits for tonight, because it's going to start raining any second. I'm unfortunately working outside, as I mentioned earlier. Also, I need to look up how to remove that clutch properly without breaking it. First thing I'll do tomorrow is I'll lower this jack ever so little to close this gap up and drop this. This will just drop down due to the angular difference. This will come down quite a lot, and this will give me much more access space to access the bell housing bolts at the top. So, all things considered, this should be relatively quick to remove tomorrow. Oh dear, I didn't notice you. What are you? What's this thing? I don't know you. I think, yeah, this is the speedo cable. That's no big deal. That's only held on by a clip as far as I recall. There's a clip here, this thing, that comes off. These clips come off. And okay, so I haven't got a clue. What are you then? Are you the reversing switch? I really do not know. Alright then, I'll remove these now. I'll remove this big bolt to remove the support for the catalyst converter, which is rattling. There's the source on a rattle, which I was looking for a bloody good while. That thing's looking good. And then I will call it quits. Alright, that's all for now. Right, just as a little note before I quit, I thought this clip held double speedo cable and I was wrong. It says here 10mm bolt. So this clip and this speedo cable are one unit. I've already loosened the bolt, and I thought I'd just take this out so you can see what it is. This is the spline drive for the speedo cable, and that must be some sort of sensor for the onboard computer. Well, again, we'll put the bolt back in place so we know where it is. In a second or two I'll block that hole so that no crap can get inside and damage the speedo drive, because that will be a bugger to replace over here. Right. Just out of curiosity, while we're here, you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll lower that jack a little bit, just to see how much it exposes the bell housing bolts. Okay, let's see if I can get to it. I should have put it in the other way around. Now, the thing is, when I lower this down, I hope, oh boy do I hope, I don't break the bloody EGR valve, which is the exhaust gas recycling. Sugar. Ah, no, the jack dropped all the way. Oh, bugger. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. Ah, because I wasn't in the right bloody position. Now, all the weight is resting on the engine mountings. See, look, the jack's off completely. Oh, bugger. Right, I think this should be another lesson of what not to do. I'll just take a bit of weight on the jack there. Right, I didn't actually drop that much. I was expecting it to drop more, but it didn't. Oh, okay. That still means the top engine mountings are going to be a bloody bugger together. We'll see. Alright, until tomorrow.